Lance and Steven in the morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Present and future viewers.
You like that new graphic?
Yeah, tell us how you like the new graphic. It was Amanda made that for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just throw up the image, Lance?
Yeah, give me a
For
second.
people who are later joining on, missed that little intro.
One little second. One teensy second.
As we talk about the beautiful weather again. Although
Beautiful
it's smoky today.
Yeah.
Did you smell that smoke on the air coming in this morning?
Yeah. There it is.
There it is.
Lance and Steven in the morning. Bright sunshine behind us, smiling faces, coffee in hand.
Smiling goofy face. That's
Your face normally looks like that, Steve.
Steve, this is what you have to come to grips with. You just look goofy all the time.
That's what you always look like.
Oh man.
We're excited to have right now our 2 viewers, but we know there's more out there. They'll watch.
Thanks for joining us this morning. We're back. We took a break for Canada Day and we threw people off, I think.
Yeah. Got people out of the habit of canceling all their morning plans to watch us.
Yeah. What did you do on Canada Day, Lance? You didn't have this going on. We didn't do this together. What did you do?
What did we do? We didn't do anything like crazy or special, really. We just kind of hung out, swam in our pool.
How's that working? Is it sinking?
Really? No, it's perfect. It's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful. Swam in it twice yesterday with my kids. It was awesome. And it's just right there. So you just hop out, hop in, swim around, paddle about. Then you hop out and bam, you're home. And it's nice and hot, so you dry quick. It's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in another heat wave.
Uh-huh.
It's not as hot as the first one, but we still set a record yesterday. Another daily temperature record.
Really?
Yeah. New, like for July 7th or whatever. And it's looking like we may set another one today. This is crazy. Like, I mean, how many summers can you think of where you could set multiple high temperature records?
Yeah.
It's
not good.
No, it's funny because everybody talked about Grand Prairie and the weather and stuff. And what I've come to discover since I've lived here, it's completely unpredictable. You have no idea.
Yeah. Like,
it could be record-breaking heat or record-breaking cold or record-breaking snowfall or record-breaking rain. It's always something.
Yeah. Yeah. Alberta in general, I find, doesn't have like these lovely predictable weather patterns. It's just sort of, you get a whole mix. Yeah. But anywho, if you're watching, you know we're still continuing this, even though restrictions are lifted in Alberta.
We're still continuing, even though, well, yeah, I guess because we started because of the online thing, but there's a lot of fun in this online stuff, and we want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Even though, hey, we've been getting back together. We had our first Sunday together last Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun and weird. Like,
it is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, weird. I went to Walmart last night for the first time since restrictions are lifted, and like I was feeling like, oh, I got to get my mask, or it was just, I don't know, and I don't know. You just get used to living a certain way, and then you don't have to do that anymore, and while it's nice and you can see people's faces and all that kind of stuff, there is a part of me that's like, I find it strange because you get used to it.
I've heard people talk about when you were wearing masks all the time, you stopped really thinking about what your face was doing, like your expressions. And so and so now people talk about, now that I'm not wearing a mask, I forget I'm like I look like I'm glowering or something like that. And the mask isn't blocking it. So you're like, oh, am I like offending people, or people think I'm grumpy or something like that?
Yeah.
Or you're making faces at people but under your mask and they don't know. I don't know. Or you're picking your nose with your nose. I don't. Or you're picking
your nose with your nose.
With your nose, yeah. Picking your nose with your tongue or something, and who knows what you're doing. But yeah, so no, it's interesting. But I'd love to hear from people. Here's something you guys watching can comment on is what's your feeling with no masks if you're in a place with no masks now?
Yeah, if you're living in, I think I don't know. I think BC maybe has dropped those restrictions too, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I barely know what's going on.
I barely know what's going on in Grand Prairie, let alone BC.
Yeah. No, but I've asked people, I've heard people talk about like you're a red light, yellow light, or green light as far as your comfort level for like no more masks and like no more physical distancing.
Yeah.
So green light, you're like,
let's go.
Sweet, I'm good to go. Maybe you're already not even bothering.
Yeah.
Yellow light is like, oh, this is nice, but like I'm gonna kind of keep it low key. I'm not gonna go to big crowds. I'm not gonna just like lick people's faces. Yeah. And then red light is like, oh, I'm still wearing a mask and I'm like not going out, and that's just your comfort level, right? So
yeah.
Lucy Penny saying, so happy for you guys. We still got to wear our mask.
Penny, is she related to Sean? Is that
what's your family connections, Lucy? We'd love to know.
Yeah, how are you connected? Are you Sean's family?
Amanda is saying she's yellow light. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Awesome.
Nice to have you with us today.
Thanks for watching. Yeah. Yeah. You guys still got to wear.
Oh, Sean's mom.
Yeah. Love it. Tell us all. Send us baby pictures, please. We'll bring them up here online. Yeah. I feel like Alberta's was eager to be the first, I think, to lift all this stuff. So it'll be interesting to see.
Oh, I was totally, I'm ready for it. So the funny thing is going on vacation now, going back to Newfoundland for a couple of weeks later this month. They're still got to wear masks and all that kind of stuff. So I'll be just getting used to going to the store without it. And then it's got to go back to
Yeah. Karen saying some businesses, she still wears the mask out of respect for the staff who have to work all day around people and have vulnerable family. But now with all this smoke, I'll wear a mask inside. No, that sounds cool. That's really cool. I think that's great, being conscientious. I went to my vet clinic the other day, and they said we still would like to ask that people wear masks. It's like, oh, awesome. Yeah, it's great. I think everyone's going to kind of make their own decisions around that. And
yeah,
I really see mask wearing is going to be really normalized going forward.
I think you're going to go through flu season. Because look at this year, right? We pretty much negated flu season. Now, granted, the distancing and the shutting down of businesses and all that kind of stuff played a big factor. But I honestly think just stay home when you're sick, and even mask wearing probably during certain seasons. I think they'll bring that in.
Yeah. No.
I don't know if I'm happy about that, because honestly, I think washing your hands properly and staying home when you're sick if we could do that,
would be the
perfectly.
most effective. But like, I mean, I can see if I'm pretty sick, but I have to go out, I would wear a mask, I think. Like if I'm hacking and coughing and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you got to go to the pharmacy to get your medication or whatever. Yeah.
So no, I think we're just gonna kind of adapt more to that. Lucy saying, "You're happy they are coming home."
Yeah. Sean and Kim are heading to the Rock as well.
Well, I'm happy to meet you online, Lucy, because my wife and I would like to travel to the East Coast at some point. So maybe we'll invite ourselves over to maybe me and my wife and Kim and Sean can all go together back home.
She'll cook up a scarf for you, I'd say, Lance.
Yeah. What's that?
She'll cook up a scarf for you.
What's a scarf?
We'll save that for next time.
Oh, okay.
We had a different phrase. We had a different phrase we're going to use this week, right?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because Darian to go into the library the other day, and so they got a bunch of books, and one of the books they came back with was this "Why I Love Newfoundland" book.
Yeah, you sent me the picture of that. That's pretty.
It's like, that's great. Teach my kid, like, teach these people from away to love the island. Do you guys have that whole, like, there's that belief system, worldview, we all originated from Africa or whatever? Do you have that for Newfoundland? At one point in time, we're all from the island. No. You got anything like that? No. Oh, okay.
No, we don't. We know at one point in time we all either came from England, Ireland, or France, typically.
Yeah. Well, what is our Newfie phrase of the day?
Our Newfie phrase of the day. You're going to bring it up because I got it forgotten already what it was.
There it is.
Oh, you're some crooked.
You're some crooked.
So it could be you're some crooked, he's some crooked, she's some crooked, I'm some crooked. Could, the pronoun could change.
You're some crooked. So everyone who's from Newfoundland, don't answer. But people not from Newfoundland, try to take a guess. And if no one guesses,
what was your guess when you heard it, Lance? What was it you had guessed?
I had guessed like you're crazy. Or some crazy or something like that. But
you're off. Yeah.
Wrong. Yeah. If no one guesses, I'll just assume our viewers are all from Newfoundland.
It's yeah.
There's a lot of them here, so
it's my mom and
yeah. Everyone watching is moms and Karen's guessing you're funny, silly. I don't think so.
No.
Not what you told me, Steve.
No. Oh, it is. It is.
Everyone would like.
That's my father.
Say they're from. Hey, Steve said also send baby pictures.
I told you it was mom. Mom. It wasn't mom. It's actually dad watching.
Yeah. Parents and everyone. Yeah. The more Newfoundland people I meet, the more,
Here's a question now. So you got Lucy watching. So that's Sean's mom. So she's from Green Bay area, and Dad's watching. And then you say, "Hey, Gary, you ever meet Lucy? Do you know Lucy Penny from Green Bay area?" Guaranteed, he probably may not know her, but he'll know somebody who does know her.
And that's the thing. So this is what I've observed about you guys from Newfoundland. You come over here, you meet them, and then the moment you hear someone with an accent or they reference a place or they say they're from Newfoundland, you like pick up on it right away. You're like, oh, are you from Newfoundland? Yeah, I'm from Newfoundland. Oh, are you from? I'm from there. Yeah. Oh, do you know so-and-so? Yeah, I know so-and-so. That's my brother. And like, oh, you so-and-so taught you too, right? And yeah, you had to. Yeah, I had so-and-so too. And then before you know it, you guys are best friends. And like, you know all about each other's lives because you have this like 2 degrees of separation. And like, I've seen that like 8 times happen, but from like complete strangers. And I love it.
Well, I mean,
cool.
You're living with an example of it with me and Kim.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You guys like had the same babysitter.
No.
basically.
So we come and you say, so we grew up in the same town, so that increases the chance exponentially.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not a big town, 15,000 people or whatever, but still, I mean, whatever. You grow up there, but then you find out, hey, Kim's sister is married to Janice's sister-in-law's brother. And I actually volunteered with him at the same church when we were volunteering in Newfoundland. And so it's just all these connections, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But like I don't hear it doesn't happen anywhere else. Never experienced anything else like that. Like even people who are like, yeah, we're both from Regina, like never there's not that same connection.
Yeah,
it's
I
a
know.
cultural thing for sure.
Crazy.
So no one's guessing, which means it's all family.
Well, Karen guessed. She said you're funny or silly, but it actually means you're some crooked. Means that you're grouchy or grumpy or in a bad mood.
Yeah,
you're crooked.
You're
crooked being like you're like not straight off.
Yeah. Your mood is gone wrong. Lucy's asking, are we from Newfoundland? I'm not. No. Born Ontario, lived in Alberta for a long time.
But I am.
But yeah. Steve is a proud Newfoundlander.
Proud. Yeah. Born and raised.
For like, you only just moved away like a few
years back. So I moved away and moved back. So I moved away when I was 22, 23. No, 24. I was 24 and I moved away and I was in New Brunswick, which is still East Coast, but New Brunswick. And then we moved back to Newfoundland and then moved out here 2017. So, yeah.
So are Newfoundlanders and New Brunswickians?
New Brunswickers.
Are you guys all the same, basically?
No.
Do you guys have this like bitter rivalry, like Australia and New Zealand or something like that?
No, I don't think there's no bitter rivalry there. It's you guys
only are also just nice and lovely.
It's only bitter when people refer to Atlantic Canada and they talk about New Brunswick, PEI, and Nova Scotia and leave Newfoundland out of the mix.
Really?
Yeah, you get that sometimes.
Why would people do that?
I don't know.
Why? Because Newfoundland and Labrador, right?
It's its own thing. Newfoundland and Labrador, yep.
Yeah, it's you guys are like the biggest island, aren't you?
Yes.
How could you forget?
I don't know if it's it's so you can go to PEI. PEI's got the land bridge. It's fairly easy to accessible. It's the place. It's like the tourist place or whatever. But then you go to Newfoundland and it's harder to get there. People who visit Atlantic Canada will go and see the other provinces, but they say, well, I'll do Newfoundland another time because it's a whole other thing, right? It's a big province. It's a big place. And then Labrador, I mean, so for me, I've never been to Labrador and I grew up in Newfoundland, but I've never been to Labrador. My sister lived there for 4 years, but and Labrador is bigger again, so it's just a big place.
That's cool. Your dad's saying you were born and reared.
Born and reared.
I feel like that's one of his fun jokes.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's funny. That's where you get it from, right, Steve?
Sure. Oh, see, my mom is watching.
Yeah, there she is. Mom and dad supporting their kiddo. That's so nice.
They're anxious to see us now in a couple of weeks. Is what it is.
That's awesome. Probably because Newfoundland has their own time zone.
Yeah, we do have our own time zone.
You guys are so special. You're your own thing.
We created our own time zone for it.
See how much time we can spend just talking about Newfoundland? Wow, it's beautiful. And Kim's not even watching. Like,
yeah.
Look at that. Yeah. Well, what else did we have to talk about, Steve? We didn't have a lot planned for this morning.
but we meandered through some stuff.
Yeah.
And, we talked about how just different it has been without the masks and going, that kind of stuff. Although I got to be honest, man, it was so nice on Sunday to gather as a church, and
yeah,
it was just the vibe, right? Just that vibe. It was so nice. And
yeah, the mental load of having to think about like wearing a mask and keeping your distance from people, being respectful of that. To just not have to think about it, like when you pass people or sit near people or whatever. Really helps. But yeah,
it was good. It was good, and I'm looking forward to Sunday again, and just all of that. It was good. It was just such an. It was like, this is nice, and just the worship and all of it. It was just the whole thing.
yeah.
And even the coffee time before. So we've been doing coffee. So we're going to do it throughout the summer. Coffee time in our hub, 30 minutes before the service, and there was quite a few people that showed up and just mingled, and
A lot, yeah.
yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Nice.
People are eager.
Just to chat and hang out and
Yeah.
see each other again, and it's good.
Yeah, it is nice. Yeah. But yeah, I think a lot of people are. Amanda shared she was a yellow light. I think a lot of people are like that. We're excited to gather and meet with people again. Excited to not have to wear masks, but still, it's a big adjustment, right? Like, you don't just go 16 months learning and being told and working on physically distancing and wearing a mask and all that stuff to all of a sudden like, okay, now just like don't anymore. There's an adjustment, which I think obviously we got to be conscientious of people in that journey. So, some people love hugging and licking faces, and just got to resist that urge because you don't know if the person's ready or not.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm ever ready for you to lick my face. So
yeah, to each their own.
Yeah.
I'd like you to know your mom, Steve, is only watching, just killing time.
Waste time.
She doesn't care. She's not
She's
not that invested.
I could watch the news or I could watch Steve. Like,
whatever. It's honest. Sorry, Steve. Man, that hurts. That's gotta hurt. That's savage of your mom to just and on social media, no less.
I know.
Wow,
it's crazy.
Wow.
That's
moms are.
And now you get a glimpse, right? Now you get a glimpse into.
I see why you're so cynical and jaded. Oh, your poor mom. I'm just kidding.
So Lance, we've got a special guest coming on with us next week.
Yeah, we do. Well, next week is a Wednesday night. It's gonna be, hey?
No, we're gonna do it Thursday morning.
Oh, are we doing Thursday morning? Oh, even better. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, your mom knows how she feels that way.
Yeah. She knows.
All right.
She's like Han Solo. She doesn't need to say it.
That's right. I love you, Mom. I know.
I know. Yeah.
But yeah, who's our special guest, Steve?
So Marcelo from Bolivia will be joining us for a conversation next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be talking about everything that's going on in Bolivia, find out more about how they're navigating stuff. It's been difficult down there.
Yeah.
It's been really hard for on a number of levels for a number of things, but also just to find out a little more about Marcelo, and maybe we'll ask him some fun questions like we asked Glenn as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, we as a church, CFA Church, we've been partnered with. I think really the way we as a church try to do missions is we really care about the personal relationship with established local churches in these different nations and around the globe, and so we've been partnered with we have Debbie and Rodo in our church. Rodo's from Bolivia. Debbie lived in Bolivia, taught in Bolivia. They got married there, I believe, and then moved to Canada a while back. But so obviously that connection there, and then so got to have Marcelo and people from their church in Bolivia come.
Yeah, they've been here at our church.
Twice.
They've been here in Grand Prairie. Yeah.
2 summers they came for like a week each time, and
and
then we had a team go down.
We've sent twice. I think we sent teams down there. Hey.
Yeah, or 3 times even.
3 times.
It's been a few times, and even just over this COVID time, we've been still trying with lots of our mission stuff. We've been even though we're not sending teams, trying to just be aware of the different circumstances with COVID in places like Haiti and Bolivia and the Caribbean and places like that, and raising money to help provide food and things like that. Because it's very different. I think it's easy to be in Canada and just be like, COVID's no big deal. Maybe you never felt it was a big deal and didn't care, or maybe you did think it's a big deal, but it's over now. The pandemic's over, but it's not over. and the rest of the world we're very lucky to be this very wealthy, privileged nation. And
and it's not just the wealth. So there's, as much as we talk about government and our own issues with government and all that kind of stuff, and maybe we can get into this with Marcelo next week a little bit more, but man, like the corruption or and not even necessarily corruption, just the red tape and bureaucracy of how it doesn't work well in other countries, and it actually hinders being able to do the things that we're doing. And so we complain here in Canada, but man, now granted, we're going to be paying the bill for this for generations to come, but
there's a lot of factors, but I think it's cool to be able to chat with Marcelo and just hear the story, what's going on. Even like when you look at the news and stuff, I think it's so easy to only see like local news, and you don't hear the stories of like what's going on in Bolivia and stuff like that. And so just to be aware and that we're not the only people on the planet. So I mean, Marcelo's been, all the people.
Marcelo's been joining us almost every week as we're joining on here. So we've been having some back and forth with him on this, and thought it'd be cool to be able to bring him on.
So tune in next Thursday and you'll get to meet and chat with Marcelo, and that'll be cool.
Come with your questions ready. Anything you want to ask him,
be real sweet.
So Lance, what's besides your pool, what's fun and exciting for you this summer?
I don't know. I mean, we're just going through the summer, I guess, but we're going to take a trip to Southern Alberta end of August, and then I'm doing a wedding beginning of August. But other than that, I'm doing
Amanda's wedding?
Yeah, Amanda and Levi.
Okay.
Wedding on August 6th. So marry some people and that'll be fun.
Nice.
We're doing youth ministry we've been doing it this whole time, but we're going to continue through the summer. We usually stop, but now tomorrow will be our first youth event with
full on games and all that.
Yeah. So we'll see who's interested in coming out to that.
Well, I know my daughters are, so they're even leaving Janice's birthday early to be able to come.
Oh, wow. No pressure. I better make it great. Hey,
you better make it great. They're just looking forward to being able to do kind of just some of that stuff again, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, so we'll order pizza and we'll do like zombie tag and some dodgeball and stuff and have a worship time and
Yeah.
a little bit of a message and video and that sort of stuff and
Yeah.
have people chat. People can play Uno and ping pong ball and wrestle and
The typical youth night.
yeah.
But
So,
I mean, it's funny. I mean, my girls enjoy the games and stuff for sure, but they enjoy the worship time too.
yeah. No, my decision now is every Friday is there's going to be games, there's going to be worship, there's going to be a bit of a teaching.
Yeah.
It's like the discipleship's the big point of it.
Yeah.
And, yeah. But it'll be good.
Good.
So we'll see what happens. Cool. Yeah. Sorry they're ditching your wife's birthday party to.
It's not much of a party, I don't think. I think it's just going to be, she wants to go for, she's mentioned go and pick something up and go for a picnic at Muskasepia or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Nice. So we'll do that and then
cool.
Bring the kids off, the youth after that. So
yep. Then you guys can do whatever else you want to do.
Eat some cake.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, that's my life. Happily boring in a good way. I don't like surprises unless they're good. So yeah.
Surprise.
I've gotten a lot of not good surprises over the last year and a half. So only good surprises now, please. Yeah. Anyway. So
cool.
Hey, you're so happy, Karen, that our youth will be able to gather together, having fun and friendship? Yeah, me too. I think it'll be great. It's interesting because we've been doing youth and we've had like 15 teens or give or take a few pretty much every week come and sit and chat and have some worship. So, people are still gathering a little bit as they're able. And then, you have a bunch of people who they can't imagine sitting around for a couple hours. So they're waiting for, I think now the games and stuff to be back on and not having to wear a mask and all that. And so we'll probably see an interesting influx. But here's the thing. So here's an announcement is, can't disciple teens without people to show up and care about them and disciple them. So at the moment I have 4 of us that are youth leaders. So yeah, if you know or you are interested in being a youth leader, don't need to be an expert or anything, just want to love Jesus and love the teens and show up, give a few hours on a Friday night to hang out with them. Goes a long way. So let me know, especially if you're female. I've got 1 female leader and I've got a lot of females in the youth ministry.
Yeah.
So
you're looking for some youth leaders. Good plug there.
Yeah. Looking for youth leaders.
Great ministry opportunity.
Yep. So there you go. Do it. I mean, if you've enjoyed me watching this, you think Lance seems like a pretty cool guy.
I could hang out with him Friday nights.
I could handle him for 3 hours on a week and not be irritated. Then yeah, come hang out with me and as we hang out with teens. And they're not, people tell me like, no, teens are scary and I don't understand them. They don't even understand them, first of all, but they're not scary.
Hey, listen, I got 2 of them that live in my house. They are scary and I don't understand them.
But they're not scary.
But yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. But they're still fun to have around.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's good. Anyway, there's my plug. Yeah.
My mother, she's still watching. She's looking forward to having those 2 teens at her house for a little while now later this summer.
They don't scare her, or maybe
no.
They do.
Although she doesn't realize they're teenagers. It's been a couple of years now, so.
Oh yeah.
I think
whole different ballpark.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Yep.
we're coming up on 40 minutes. Any final words, Steve?
Final words.
End with a prayer, altar call.
Yeah. May the love of Jesus go with you.
Lord help you.
May he bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, and be gracious to you.
Yeah, because you're gonna need it.
Because you got teenagers.
Because you got teenagers. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Lucy, for thinking we are doing a great job. You know, don't always feel like it, but
It's
thank
you know, it's all thanks to Kim, right? She keeps us
Oh.
on the straight and narrow.
Where would our church be without Kim?
Oh, man alive.
I don't know.
It'd be rough.
Yeah. Kim for president 2022.
Yeah, I think they should change the you don't need to be American citizen. You just need to be Kim.
Kim will fix all the world's problems. Yeah. No, you know how many times I thought I should just switch jobs with Kim. She'd be a great youth pastor.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
And you know, I like kids. They're okay.
You got a couple of your own. They're pretty good.
What am I gonna do to mess them up? Though I've been told I'm terrible at talking with little kids. Because I really try hard to be. I've worked hard to get into this mindset. Like people are people, so like kids and like with teens for sure. It's like just talk to them like they're normal human beings because they are.
For the most part, sure, yeah.
For the most part, you know, they got development to do, but like you help them get there by like talking to them like they're a normal person.
Yeah.
But some people approach teens like they're still children.
Mm-hmm.
And like talk down to them and like
they don't like that,
and they don't like, of course, who would like that? But so like when I talk to little kids like 5-6 year olds, I've been told I'm like you're like talking to them like they should understand these
way
big
over
words and like it's like confusing them but then they're little, so they're when they don't understand they're just like whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Like, yeah, so I'm not good at communicating with little children. Yeah. And I don't know they pick up on my sarcasm, so.
No, I don't think that develops until they're at least 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah, so maybe I shouldn't become the children's pastor.
I don't know. The sarcasm is a good tool in children's ministry.
It's okay.
Okay, sure.
Hey, she sure is an awesome lady. Yeah, she is. All right, we should probably go.
Yeah,
believe it or not, we do have other things we have to do, people.
Yeah.
We don't just sit around drinking coffee and talking.
That's only about 2/3 of our job.
Yeah. We still have to look at an email or two and find sermons online to preach.
Yeah. Find some good sermon. Yeah, I think you're up soon, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, Glenn's up this Sunday.
Yeah.
Are you the Sunday after? No. Glenn's 2 more, and then you're 3 weeks from now.
Yeah. August 1st, I think.
Yeah.
Kids. Yeah. So I got to go work on that. So I got to go find a sermon and plagiarize it.
Because what else do we do, right?
A whole lot else. All right.
Everybody
Bye,
have a
people.
great day. We'll see you next Thursday.
See you next week.